Life is precious, so we should cherish it. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually too. And our spiritual health is the most important part of our life. We are both spiritual and material beings. My cat's right there. The main difference between animals, like my cat Talia right here, and humans, like me and you and everyone else, to the common Joe, to complete royalty, like our Queen Elizabeth, is that humans have immortal souls. When God breathed life into Adam, that's when the immortal souls came into being. Because animals and plants, everything that God created has a little bit of God in them. That's how creations work. That's how, when someone makes something, you leave a part of you with that creation you make. Like, for example, I make music. Whether I'm playing a piece by Bach or Beethoven or Tchaikovsky, Liszt, whatever, it doesn't matter who. That piece of music, that composer has part of him or her, like Clara Schumann, for example, or Alexandra Louis, a Chinese Canadian composer. Um, Part of them is part of their music. And me, when I play music, when I play their pieces, for example, part of me is with that music. Um, or when I create music myself, like when I just like improvise, or if I create actual pieces like Wake Up and Beware or Lila's song, doesn't matter. Part of me is with that piece. So, same thing with God, the ultimate creator. When God creates us, when He creates animals, plants, etc., a part of Him, a part of His life, His source, His power is in us. And the ultimate goal is for us to get to heaven. I think it was St. Augustine. If it was not St. Augustine, it would have been St. Paul. I apologize if I get the saint wrong. But the saint said, our hearts are restless, Lord, until they rest in you. I think it was St. Augustine. But the creation always yearns to be with the creature. Part of the pain of death is more of the spiritual pain, emotional pain, because when our soul leaves our body, um, our soul's getting separated from our body, and so that is a painful experience, but the soul is also going to God. If we're going to heaven, if we're going to purgatory then heaven, or if we're just going to heaven, um, our soul is happy in a sense because you're getting reunited with the creator, but it is painful. And that was my dog, Raffles. And hey, another big difference between animals and humans um, is that animals work by instinct, while humans, because we do have knowledge, we don't. The rightful order is that we don't act by instinct, we act by free will. And back to where I was. before my adorable dog interrupted me, is that when we do leave our bodies, our souls leave our bodies, and death, yes, it is a painful moment spiritually as we are dying. But if we are headed to heaven or purgatory, then heaven, as I was saying, um, yeah, our souls are being happy because we are being reunited with our Creator. And as I was saying, spiritual health is the most important part of our life. Because if our spiritual aspect, if our spiritual part of our life is not right, is not in order or whatnot, the rest of our parts of our life, physical, emotional, mental, our different well beings, get out of sync. We are spiritual. Hope I get this right. We are spiritual beings in material bodies. And this is October, heading into November, when I'm recording this video. And Halloween, All Hallows Eve is coming up. Then there's All Saints Day. Then there's All Souls Day. But anyway, sorry for rambling if I am. I'm kind of distracted by my pets. But like, it's important to keep our spiritual life right with God. It doesn't really matter if we believe in God or not in that part, because even atheists and agnostics, they also have that desire to be reunited with God. Okay, here's an example. So, we need air. All living creatures need air, whether we are humans, animals, or plants. Now, we cannot see air. Now, let us pretend, for just a theory, that seeing is truly believing. Now, Ruffles is being cute. Now, let's pretend, seeing is believing. Just a second. Hey, Ruffles, tell me what the heck? Okay, I'm back. Just need a pause. So we don't see air. And so, in a sense, we don't believe in air. So, that would mean that, like, we don't believe in air, but yet we do need air. Air is like our life. It's basically the example I gave with, like, it doesn't really matter if we believe in God or not. Our souls will automatically yearn to be with God. So that's the point I was trying to make concerning the seeing is believing air thing. Because it's an internal thing that will last eternally. But yeah, I strongly encourage during this time, and according to the Catechism and to the Catholic Church, that 8 days before November 2nd, All Souls Day, and all the way up to 8 days after November 2nd, if you go to confession, receive communion, and pray for our Holy Father, I'm sure I'm missing something. And go to mass, that's kind of receiving communion. If you receive communion in mass. But anyway, each day you can basically earn a plenary indulgence and offer it for a soul, and that soul in purgatory, and that soul will go to heaven. And for the ones sidelined about indulgences, a plenary indulgence means that it is a full indulgence, and that soul, or if you use it on yourself, basically there's no more sin on you or on that soul if you choose to offer it for a soul in purgatory. While a partial indulgence is an indulgence that wipes off, so to speak, some of the sin from our soul. So let's pretend I commit, I don't know, 10 sins. So if I do a plenary indulgence, that means all 10 sins are gone. It's as if I never committed them. So my soul is clean. And for a partial indulgence, depending on what kind of partial indulgence it is, I could get like one of the 10 sins removed, or I could get like 5 of the 10 sins removed. It's never complete because it is just a partial indulgence. But with the 8 days before all the way through 8 days after All Souls Day, if you like go to mass and receive communion, go to confession, pray for our Holy Father, if you do those things like each day, I think, you don't need to receive communion each day. Don't quote me. You have to look that one up. Sorry. I do know that, you do have to go to confession within those 8 days before and or after. And you don't have to receive Holy Communion every day, I think. Maybe you do, I can't remember. But yeah, this video is long. Yeah, but back to the beginning of my video, what I was saying. Yeah, life is precious. From conception to natural death. And I strongly encourage y'all to be right with God. And just remember, I am praying for you all. Remember to pray for yourselves too. And pray for the souls in purgatory. The souls in purgatory cannot pray for themselves, but they can pray for the church militant, that's us living. And the souls in purgatory are known as the church suffering. And the church triumph is the saints in heaven. And the saints in heaven aren't necessarily like, they don't have to be declared saints. The church triumph, I mean. Those are, like Saint Therese, for sure. My confirmation saint, but like my grandmother, my grandparents, my aunt, and different family members that have passed on and died and God willing are in heaven now. There's no Saint Beatrice Perron. But yeah, my grandma B can definitely like pray for me if she's in heaven, God willing. If she's not in heaven, she's definitely in purgatory. But yeah, the church triumph, they can pray for us down here on earth and for the souls in purgatory. And the souls in purgatory can pray for us down here, but they cannot pray for themselves. And us down here, we can pray for ourselves and for other people, and we can also pray for the souls in purgatory. And both the souls in purgatory and us, we don't need to pray for the people in heaven because they're in complete happiness. And yeah, again, life is precious. So be careful of what you do, and you only live once. I remember many, many years ago, yeah, I was like single digits. My mom and I were driving, and yeah, this was in Brantford, I believe. Yeah, we're Brant County. And we passed either a school, like a Christian school, or a Christian church. And my mom noticed the Bible verse on the little billboard sign, so to speak, whatever. And it said, "Guard well your thoughts, for they are heard in heaven." So, yeah, be careful of what you do and what you think and everything else. So, because, like, not just our actions, but our thoughts as well affect what we do and who we are, which is also why negative self talk is also not the greatest. I do admit I'm not perfect, and I do that. I try not to, but again, I'm not perfect. And the saying "I'm not perfect" is not negative self talk. But anyway, there are a lot of rabbit holes in this video. Life is precious. Life is sacred. Get yourself straight with God. Pray for the souls in purgatory. God love you.